What's good, my me? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing lit. I already know what time it is. Now let's go. Now, guys, it looks like young Philly may be trapped down under for nearly 2 years. And we're going to break this whole thing down in way more detail. But already know what you got to do. You just got to like, comment, subscribe, drop a banger like this one. And hit that note, because you ain't in it. So you can be the first to know one of these videos comes out. And without further ado, let's get straight in. Now, if you didn't already know, of course, young Philly is still currently trapped in Australia whilst his whole court situation is being worked on. Of course, he's being accused of sexually assaulting a girl and strangling her and all things of that nature. And whilst it was originally claimed that he'd have to stay in Australia until December the 19th, which was his proposed court date, it now seems like the judicial system in Australia have extended that to a possible 2 years. Meaning Philly could be trapped in Australia until 2026, awaiting trial. Bonkers. Now, of course, this is terrible news for Philly. I mean, he's not allowed to post on social media, so he won't be making any money whilst he's out there. I'm sure he's got a little bit of money in his savings, but let's hope that's enough to upkeep him and his family, again, assuming he's innocent. It is believed that the rapper has secured accommodation in Perth for at least the next 6 months, but he's been banned from attending any nightclubs or hotels in Australia under strict bail conditions. So he's not even going to be able to make money off music. He's not even going to be able to perform any of his songs anywhere or collect any music checks. I don't even think he's able to release new music as well, or videos or things of that nature. So yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. I'm not going to lie. Now, of course, we know that the conditions of his bail are that he had to report to the police every day, but it seems that he also had to relinquish his passport, I guess, to make sure he didn't leave the country, and pay another 200,000 in Australian dollars for a surety. But it gets even worse for Philly, because it seems like a bunch of companies that Philly was linked to have severed ties with. The first and most prominent being Asylum, which of course he rose to big prominence with them on the Does the Shoe Fit series he did with Chunks on the Asylum YouTube channel. They said, yeah, we don't mess with Philly no more. They released a statement saying, in light of these extremely serious charges, we are suspending our contract with young Philly with immediate effect. We are unable to comment further until the legal process has been concluded. It looks like Philly also had contracts in place with the likes of ASOS and Heinz, both of which have terminated their partnerships with Philly as well. The podcast that he runs with Chunks, I think it's called the Chunks and Philly Show, that's also been cancelled. Well, the live version of it has been cancelled. I believe that was supposed to take place last week in London. And yeah, all those tickets were cancelled and they'd all been refunded to people, I believe. And even the company who produces the Chunks and Philly podcast said, we are aware of the serious allegations that have been made against young Philly and the legal proceedings that are now underway in Western Australia. In the commercial areas of business where we have responsibility, we have paused working with our client. Which in layman's terms means we know Philly probably better than a lot of people know Philly because we work on their podcast, and we don't believe he would do something like that. However, if he's being accused of it, there's small percentage chance that he might have actually done it, and just in case he actually has done it, we're not going to continue working with him until it's been concluded. But I must say that I think the most egregious L that Philly is taking in this whole situation, and arguably one of the biggest bag fumbles he may see for his entire career, is the FA, the Football Association, severing ties with Philly, as it looks like Philly was set to have his own cooking show with the Football Association, and I think it was supposed to be partnered with Marks and Spencer's as well, because I believe Marks and Spencer's sponsor the English team, and it was supposed to be a cooking show that would encourage kids to eat healthy, something like that. And they even said in a statement that they specifically chose Philly for this due to his appeal with younger audiences. They were even saying that Bukayo Saka, Ezri Konsa and Jared Bowen were all set to feature in the videos alongside Philly as part of something called Freestyle Cooking, which was a series that they were going to put on the Football Association's YouTube channel. And I believe these videos had already been filmed, because it said the FA confirmed that these videos have been taken down from the channel, meaning I guess they were already filmed and they were just waiting for the right moment to drop them. They probably had the videos on private, something like that. So yeah, it's just a huge load of L's all around for Philly, I'm not going to lie. Now, normally at this part of the video is where I'd be able to offer some sort of, I don't know, I guess, advice on how to deal with these situations going forward, so you don't end up in the position that young Philly's in right now. But because we don't really know whether or not he's done it, like, I'm kind of at a bit of an impasse. I can't really say, oh, this is why you need to be more careful about who you surround yourself with, because, I mean, for all we know, he could have actually done it, and then the only person to blame in that scenario would be Philly, or more accurately, Philly's Willy. Pause, no Diddy. So I guess at this moment, the only lesson you can take away from Philly's situation is just controlling your lust, I guess. And you ain't got to try to sleep with everyone. I really can't give you guys any tangible advice until we know all the ins and outs of the situation. But I don't know, maybe if a girl's drunk, then leave her alone. I think that's probably, if we could take one thing away from this, is that anyone who's drinking, yeah, just leave them out of it. Like, you get it. All I can say is I hope, again, assuming he's innocent, well, we'd hope he's innocent, because we'd hope no one's been raped, you know what I mean? But yeah, assuming he's innocent, I hope Philly's got the right people around him, man. I hope there's people there that are, I guess cheering him up is the wrong term, but I hope there's people around him that are supporting him mentally, because going through a situation like this, having your reputation tarnished, looking at your phone and you're just seeing emails saying, yeah, we've severed your contract, we severed your contract, we severed your contract. That's enough for people to, you know, delete themselves. So I hope that he doesn't feel like that's what he needs to do. You know, I hope he just he soldiers through it, again, assuming he's innocent, and he gets his name cleared. Obviously, his career will never be the same, even if he is innocent. But in the words of Heady One,
it's a bit of a sticky one still.
But let me know what you think about this in the comment section down. Do you think Philly's innocent, or do you think he's guilty? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. But on the road, 3,000 subs, you know what time it is. You follow my personal IG at theonlylitt. If you care about what I do, I'm not making these bangers for you. I post updates on Twitter as well, so you might as well follow me on there. Because what else do you do in real life? Absolutely nothing, mate. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing.